By the end of this video, you'll know the exact three-word text that instantly kills her attraction and makes her lose all respect for you. More importantly, you'll know what to text instead to make her respect you even more. This isn't theory. This is based on real conversations I've seen destroy relationships. Once you hear these three words, you'll realize how many men are unknowingly sabotaging themselves every single day. The three words that kill attraction. The text is this: I miss you. I know what you're thinking. That sounds sweet. That sounds romantic. That sounds like something a caring boyfriend would say. And that's exactly why it's so dangerous. Here's what happens when you text I miss you to a woman you've been dating for less than 6 months. Her phone buzzes. She reads your message. Something shifts in her mind, not in a good way. She doesn't think, "Oh, he's so sweet." She thinks, "Why is he telling me this?" And then, "What does he want from me?" Because I miss you isn't just sharing a feeling. It's making a demand. It's putting emotional pressure on her to respond in a specific way. Think about it from her perspective. You've been on a few dates. Things are going well. The dynamic feels balanced. Then you text, I miss you. Suddenly, you're not the cool, confident guy she's been dating. You're the guy who needs emotional reassurance from her. You're the guy whose mood depends on her response. In that moment, the power dynamic shifts. She goes from being attracted to you to feeling responsible for your emotions. The worst part? Most guys think this text makes them look caring and vulnerable, but to her, it makes you look needy and desperate. Why these words are emotional poison. Here's the brutal psychology behind why I miss you kills attraction. It reveals that you're already emotionally dependent on her before she's emotionally invested in you. Women are attracted to emotional strength, not emotional neediness. When you text I miss you early, you're showing her that your emotional state is tied to her presence. That's not attractive. That's a burden. She starts thinking, if he's this attached already, what's he going to be like in a few months? You've just painted yourself as the clingy boyfriend she doesn't want. I miss you also puts her in an impossible position. If she doesn't respond with equal emotion, she feels like the bad guy. If she does respond but doesn't mean it, she's lying. This is why women often respond to I miss you with something generic like miss you too, followed by immediately changing the subject. She's trying to get out of the emotional trap you put her in. The irony is devastating. You text I miss you because you want to feel closer to her. But the text creates distance, because now she knows you're more invested than she is. And that imbalance makes her lose respect for you. Women want to chase. They want to wonder about you. When you text I miss you too early, you rob her of that experience. If you're learning something valuable here, hit that subscribe button. Most guys will watch this, recognize themselves, and still keep making the same mistake. But the guys who subscribe, they actually change their behavior and see different results. What to text instead? So what do you text when you're thinking about her? Here's the key. Don't tell her how you feel about missing her. Make her feel something about missing you. Instead of I miss you, try, just saw the weirdest thing that reminded me of your terrible taste in music. Then don't explain until she asks. Or, random question. Are you more of a coffee snob or a wine snob? I need to settle a debate. Or, hope your day is going better than mine. Someone just tried to convince me that pineapple belongs on pizza. These texts don't put emotional pressure on her. They don't ask her to validate your feelings. Instead, they create curiosity. They start a conversation. Most importantly, they show you're thinking about her without making it her responsibility to manage your emotions. Here's the advanced move. When you do want to express that you miss someone, do it in person. When you're together, you can say I miss this while holding her. In person, these words create intimacy. Over text, they create pressure. The psychology of respect. Here's what most men don't understand about respect in relationships. Respect isn't earned through vulnerability. It's earned through emotional self-control. Women don't respect men who need them. They respect men who want them but don't need them. When you text I miss you, you're showing need. When you text something playful and engaging instead, you're showing want. The difference is everything. A man who needs her becomes her responsibility. A man who wants her becomes her obsession. This is why the most attractive men rarely text, "I miss you," first. They create situations where she texts it to them. They build enough attraction, and then create enough space for her to realize she misses them. It's not about playing games, it's about understanding how attraction works. Women are drawn to men who have their own emotional life that doesn't revolve around her. When you can go days without texting her because you're genuinely busy with your own interesting life, that's when she starts wondering what you're doing. That's when she starts missing you. And when she finally texts you first, saying she misses you, it means something completely different. It means she's realizing she's becoming emotionally invested. That's the position you want to be in. Not the guy who needs reassurance, but the guy who creates longing. Before you go, make sure to subscribe. The men who understand this psychology don't just avoid the mistakes that kill attraction. They start creating the kind of dynamic that makes women pursue them. Here's the final truth about respect in relationships. Women will forgive almost anything except neediness. They'll forgive you being wrong, being difficult, even being occasionally selfish, but they won't forgive you being emotionally dependent on them before they're ready for that level of intimacy. Master this timing, and you'll never wonder why she's pulling away again. Because she'll be the one texting you first, telling you she misses you,